So a symptom of a spiritually realized person is that they are not elated or disturbed by the ups and downs of this material world. They see the things that come to them, be it good or bad, from a spiritual perspective. That spiritual perspective is that all things that are coming in this material world, be they good or bad, right or wrong, hot or cold, they come from a place of temporary impermanence. So in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 14, Krishna explains to Arjuna, "O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course, are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O scion of Bharat, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed." So what we can understand from this verse is that Krishna is explaining to Arjuna that he needs to learn how to tolerate the ups and downs of life. From that ability to tolerate, one can maintain a steady peace of mind. And from that place of steadiness and being connected to reality as it is, one can make progress on the spiritual path. When one becomes elated by happiness, by the circumstances in this material world, or depressed by the problems that inevitably come in this material world, one's mind is disturbed and pulled here and there. And when the mind is pulled here and there, the intelligence is lost. So what we can understand from this verse, from Krishna explaining this to Arjuna, is that the symptom of a spiritually realized individual is that they do not get pulled by the different flows and ebbs of the comings and goings of this material world. There's good that comes, there's bad that comes, but ultimately the soul, the person inside this body, the real true identity, is not impacted by these comings and goings of the material world. So when one can become steady in their mind and peaceful regardless of what comes, then one can actually have an equilibrium and a peace of mind. So this we can understand theoretically, and we can recognize that, okay, when happiness comes, when distress comes, I can maintain a steadiness. Theoretically, we can understand that. But actually what we need to do as spiritual aspirants is to do the work, do the practice to actually steady our mind in the face of these difficulties or happinesses that come to us, so that we can realize this in our heart, so that we're not just theoretically understanding it, but we are having it realized within our mind and our heart, so that we don't have to be pulled here and there, because realization and theory are two different things, but the actual realization comes from the practice of spirituality. It comes from doing the actions day after day after day of gaining spiritual knowledge, studying spiritual knowledge, actually allowing for it to open up and be revealed to us inside our heart by Krishna and by Guru. So just think about this in your daily life. Think about what comes to you as happiness, what comes to you as distress on the surface level of the material world. Whatever comes, maintain a steady equilibrium, maintain a steady relationship to it, knowing that everything is impermanent in this material world. Whatever happiness we gain or whatever distress we get in this life is ultimately going to fade into the sunset. So the one thing that doesn't fade is who we really are, our eternal soul, and our eternal connection with the Supreme Soul, that is Krishna. To do this, we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, which will purify the heart, purify the mind, and allow us to actually realize these truths within ourselves. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.